Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to round 2 here in the Big 12 tournament in the UCF Knights Dynasty. We have a huge game coming up this episode as we take on #1 seed in Kansas, and they are playing for a lot. This is one of the top teams in the country here, and they have a very good squad. They are fighting for a #1 seed. They are 24-5 overall, 13-3 in conference, and the #4 team in the country. So we will see what happens today, but they have a lot to play for. I think last week's victory got us a bid in the NCAA tournament. Now we're just looking to improve our seed. So here we go. It's Kansas wins the tip-off, and this game is underway. As here Kansas starts out with possession, working it around the perimeter now. As here is a steal attempt that time by Sam Hayes. A pass inside, though, to Buckles, and he gets the first bucket of the game. 2-0 start here for Kansas. Here is Moses Miller in the post, working it back out to our leading scorer, Russell Rhodes. Back inside, Miller turns around, and nice move in the post, and that's a good way to get started. Kansas, though, comes the other way. That's a missed fadeaway, and here we push it up the court the other way. Sam Hayes, crossover move, getting to the paint, and will draw the foul as he goes to the free throw line and hits both free throws. A 4-2 game early on. Here's a three by Kansas. Knocked down. Quick trigger on the three that time, and now Kansas has the 1-point lead. Here they have the ball again, working it around the perimeter. Inside to the free throw line. It's good. As now Kansas has the 3-point lead in this one through the first couple minutes of the game. Rhodes pass inside to Miller again, and he gets it to go. Good pass by our leading scorer that time. He's not really known to be a distributor. As here's a long pass inside, and that one is going to be a foul on Russell Rhodes. As they go to the free throw line, Jason Woodson averaging 16 points per game this season. They have a lot of guys averaging some pretty good numbers here. And a big reason why they're the #4 team in the country is now they have the 3-point lead, 9-6. Moses Miller on the outside, working it inside. Austin Balls, man, it's on the ground, so that means it's an easy bucket inside. I don't know why he chose to go with the turnaround hook, but it's still a 1-point game now as we need a good possession here. But here's an alley-oop, and that one's off, but somehow they get the rebound. Buckles comes in and pretty much takes it from Sam Hayes and bounces right to him. 8-11 now. Here's a nice give and go. Good pass inside, and that is an awesome play right there by Kansas. 13-8. Russell Rhodes on the outside. Quick trigger answering right back. We're back to a 2-point lead. Back and forth early on through the first 5 minutes of this one. Here's a pass to the perimeter, out to the outside, back inside now, one-on-one for Moses Miller, and that's a jump shot once again by Buckles. He's got 6 points early on. Miller now in the post, passing it outside to the outside. That's Russell Rhodes, and he gets his board. Miller starts out this game, 6 points, 3 of 4 from the field. But they keep going to Buckles on the inside. That time it's a foul on Austin Ball, and they will continue to kind of use Buckles' physicality inside and keep attacking our big men. They must have saw the film last episode. Moses Miller fouled out in the first half, or I guess not fouled out, but had to get taken out in the first half due to foul trouble. And now it's a 13-16 game. Here's a shot from the post. That one's missed, but an offensive board by Buckles again. This guy is just dominating. He's got 9 early points, and he's got 3 offensive rebounds. 13-18 now, down by 5. Here is Justin Lewis in the game. Picks it and kicks it back out to Tyler Kolchak, but he can't hit that 3. Down by 5 now. Buckles again. How many points will Buckles get in this one? He's been their go-to scorer. It's a 7-point lead. Looking for the pick is Sam Hayes from Kolchak off the bench, who had the huge game last episode. But an and one by Justin Jones with the drive. Good look by Sam Hayes, and I thought Jones was maybe going to take that jump shot. Instead, he drives and draws the foul. Jones is averaging 8 points a game this year as he goes to the free throw line, and that is going to be knocked down. And now it's a 4-point game. Here is Kansas, though, answering back with some efficient offense. Seems like every time we get a bucket, they get a bucket. Here's a nice pass to the outside. Bob Sharp, and he hits the three. Back to a 3-point game here for the UCF offense. But here's a pass inside. I didn't even see that at all. It was a no-look pass to their big man, and now it is a 5-point game with under a minute to go. Bob Sharp in the game. Pump fakes. Throws one up. Austin Ball under the basket, and he cannot get that one to go. Now for the last possession now. 10 seconds left in the first half. Here's a nice pass inside to Kolchak. He gets it in underneath the basket and just throws it in. And now it's going to make it a 3-point game. So we have done a good job of remaining in this game. It's just a matter of coming up with stops now because Kansas hasn't missed much at all. It's a 3-point game. So they are shooting 50% from the field. We are shooting 47%, which is why this game is so close. But they have had a couple of second chance opportunities, which have set them apart. 3-point game now. Here is Justin Jones from the free throw line, trying to get his defender to move off his ground. He doesn't. Kicks it back out. Rhodes in the corner for the tie, and he gets it to go. Russell Rhodes was quiet in the first half. Maybe he can start erupting in the second half, but we are 3-8, as you can see on the screen, after trailing at halftime. Here's a drive and a tough basket right there over the 7'4" Austin Ball. They still get that one to go. 26-24. Here's a nice pass to the outside. That's Sam Hayes, who had that open three and could not get it to go. But now here we are tied up, 26-26. Here's a drive by Kansas inside, and Ball gets called for the foul. 8 minutes to go, plenty of time left in this one, as now we're down by 2. Here is Rhodes working it around the perimeter. It's Hayes open again this time, and he can't get it for the second straight possession, taking a three. And here goes Kansas the other way. They have numbers. Here's a pass inside, and that one's good. A 4-point lead here for Kansas, taking advantage of the man in the backcourt. As now here they are up by 4. Looking to run a little play this time. Pass inside, a tough pass, and they get it through. It's now a 6-point game here for Kansas. Now, Kansas is, like I said, one of those more efficient teams in the country. So in order to play them, you have to be on your P's and Q's. Here they are in transition. Here is a foul by Moses Miller, as they go to the free throw line here, as they knock down the first and will knock down the second. And that 3-point lead, that tie ball game, it's now at 8 points. Here's a wild shot from 2. That one's off, but an offensive board by who else? It's Buckles again. He is absolutely killing us today, as now we have about 5.5 minutes to go. Now we're down by double digits. Here's a deflection. We somehow get that back, and we end up losing the ball again. 2 times in the same possession. And now here they are with a 10-point lead, working it around the perimeter. Kansas has been hot so far to start the second half. Here's a pass inside, and good. We have to be able to stop these teams with good big men, and now it is 38-26. Here is Rhodes on the outside, calling for the pick from Moses Miller. He takes a 3, and he had the space and just took it. That's a good shot right there by Russell Rhodes. He's going to have to come up big in order for us to come back in this one. Here's a double team, but they pass to an open man inside, and one, Kansas. And now 43-29, we are down by 14. 3.5 minutes to go. Here is Noah Benton in the game. He is a lanky ball handler, not much of a shooter, which is why he hasn't played too much. Here is Ball driving, and he somehow gets an acrobatic and one. You don't see that very often from the 7'2", 7'3" Austin Ball, as he is averaging 6.39 rebounds per game. You would hope to see that rebounding total up more. Now here we are down by 11, 43-32. Here's Ball inside again, and he draws the foul, and it's on Buckles, but I'm not sure he's really worried about foul trouble at this point. 7 points for Austin Ball in this one, but we need a couple of stops from our big man as he hits both free throws. Now we're under about 3 minutes to go. 34-43. Here's a shot from the outside, and it's Buckles hitting the deep three. What can't he do? Kolchak checks in now. Inside. And we just need a lot more buckets, man. We are just not keeping up with this Kansas team as they just answer right back. It's Buckles again. 48-34. Noah Benton on the outside now, looking to create his own shot. Pass inside to Kolchak. Down by 14 with 2 minutes left. And that is going to be off. Kansas will advance here in round number 2. It just looks like we don't have enough. Benton could not throw that down. We get the offensive board. Ball puts it up. But it looks like this lead is just too much to overcome. Buckles was on his game today, and it was just too much to match here as they end up winning 50-36. And UCF will hope that we still have that automatic bid going into the NCAA tournament. I don't think we have too much to be worried about because the Big 12 conference is a very, very strong conference this year. So much like last year, 8 teams, I think we'll get the same number this year. Tim Buckles had 22-11. He was absolutely amazing. Well, Kansas advances and they actually lose in the next round. So that number 1 seed is probably no more, as they should have won the Big 12 championship. And look who goes on to win it. The number 7 seed in Cincinnati. Did not see that coming. I guess that shows how strong of a conference we had this year. Here are the teams on the bubble, and obviously we are not there, which is an excellent, excellent sign. So we will have to see the rest of the regions now. The number 1 seed, so it looks like Kansas does not snag one. So they really should have won the Big 12 championship in order to get one. So here we are in the West region, and I do not see UCF in this side. I do see Kansas. They are the number 2 seed in the West. And then we move on to the Midwest region, and there we are. Iowa and UCF right behind number 1 Duke and High Point, I believe that is. And we will have the number 9 seed in the Midwest region. A very good seed right there, I think, setting us up. But a potential second round matchup versus a number 1 seed, I don't like that at all. But you can see we did have exactly 8 teams that made it to the NCAA tournament. And we will face Big Ten opponent Iowa, a team that always seems to be a good team, and they always seem to make the NCAA tournament. So we'll see how tough this matchup is. As now we make it to the tournament again. Can we go on a run? This one will have to be magical. Hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.